Hello and welcome. My name's Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind the Country Chic Cottage. Today we're going to talk about Sawgrass MarketMate. I've done previous videos on Sawgrass PrintMate and Sawgrass DesignMate, which are two new software programs from Sawgrass. With those, they also released something called MarketMate. MarketMate is where you can sell sublimation items. Now, the exciting part about this is that this can be items you make and sublimate at home and sell them, or they can be items that you design, someone else makes them and sublimates them and sends them to whoever purchases them. So we're going to take a look inside MarketMate and how it works. And the best part of this is that anyone can get on MarketMate. It does not matter if you have a Sawgrass printer or not. So you want to be sure to pay attention to this if you want to make money for your handmade goods or things that you design. So let's head to the computer, take a look inside the program, and see how this works. To get on the exchange, go to sawgrassexchange.sawgrassinc.com, and I will link to that below this video so you can get directly to that website. I do want to say to use some of the premium designs, if you're going to print them yourself, you would need to have a subscription to the Sawgrass software. So the first thing you're going to need to do is to design something within DesignMate. You're going to want to pick a template from their pre-programmed templates, especially if you're not going to be making the item. You want whoever making the item to know exactly what you intend to put it on. So pick a template. Here I'm picking a tumbler, and then go through the design process. Now you can add customization options, and I'm going to show you a few of those in a minute, but you can also just do a plain tumbler like this example. And for these examples that I'm going to show you, I'm using my 3D Florals collection, which is part of Sawgrass DesignMate this month. And it is a collection that I helped to design, and I really, really love it. So here I'm making a tumbler, but I'm also going to show you a keychain that I made with it as well. And you can make other things within DesignMate with the 3D Florals. Now I do have another video on DesignMate, so head there to see how to use it. So now once you have it designed, you save it, you name it, and then you go to where you would normally print something. But there's another option on the screen to post it for sale. So what you're going to need to do is to fill out all the required fields. A couple of required fields, a name and a description. You do want to describe your item in detail and add any hashtags here. You want people to be able to find your item. There is a minimum price within Sawgrass MarketMate. This is so that everyone's on a level playing field, even those people that just design and then they send their item to a producer to make. Their items can be at a competitive price even though they're not making it themselves. The price does tell you the sales price, so that's how much the consumer will pay. It tells you how much the seller will get and how much the producer will get. If you are producing the item yourself and selling it, you would add together the seller and producer share. When you first make your item, you will see an image that's kind of like a mock-up or a preview of it. They have other previews that you can add as well. So you can add a preview, it automatically puts the design into the preview for you. There is no other work that you have to do, so it's very easy to make mock-ups within MarketMate. And you can make as many of these as you want and pick the one you want to be your featured image. That's all you would normally need to do to post something for sale. So you could just go ahead and click post for sale at this point. However, if you have items within your design that you want the consumer to be able to customize before they send your order to them, you can allow for that as well. So for example, with the keychain, I would want them to be able to customize the monogram. I would pick the is customizable option. And from there, I can set which items are customizable and which are not. So perhaps I want just the monogram to be customizable, I can do that. If I wanted them to be able to change anything else, I would make each of those layers customizable. Once you make the item customizable, there's a ton of options you can choose from, but pick and choose what you want the customer to be able to customize. Then same thing for this one. Once you're done with that, you would click post for sale. Once you post your items for sale, you will have a storefront. So you can see I have 3 things in my storefront at this point, all with my 3D floral designs. So the tumbler, the cosmetic case, and the floral monogram keychain. If you were a consumer shopping on my site, you would click view details and then you could see the details of the item that you picked. Any customizable details would be here for them to pick from, and they would add to cart and check out from this point. Once you get into selling, your dashboard is where you will go to see inbound orders, the orders that you need to fulfill, that type of thing. You can also take a look at your revenue and payouts Currently, MarketMate is only in the United States, and the payouts are via PayPal. Under settings is where you will tell MarketMate if you are going to fulfill your own products. So I am not going to produce my own products, so I'm going to turn off self-fulfillment. And then if you are available for production, so if you wanted to allow other people to sell their items, the orders could be sent to you and you would make them, you would click open for production in this area. Under product capabilities, you would add all products that you are capable of making. And the product catalog contains all of the blanks that are currently available within DesignMate. You do want to be sure to go under payouts and connect your PayPal account so that any payments will come directly to you. Now, there is no fee to actually list something within MarketMate, which I think is amazing. However, if you look at the difference between the sales price I was showing you and the share for like the seller and the producer, you will see that a portion of the sale would go to Sawgrass for the hosting of MarketMate. I do think it might be worth giving a try, especially since you don't have to actually pay anything to list your items. I personally love that I don't have to make my own items. So I can list things on there for sale and someone else will produce them and actually ship them to my consumer. That for me was a game changer with this one. So I like the design portion, not so much the actual production of multiples of something. I kind of like to make things once. That's why I have a YouTube channel. I don't like to make multiples of things. This for me was a winner because I can design it, list it, someone else makes it and sends it to anyone that wants to purchase. Now I will share my Sawgrass DesignMate profile in the description below this video. So once you create your own, you also get a share link and you can share it just like I have so people can see and purchase any items that you have for sale. Now at any point in time, you can take those items, you can put more items up or you can take the items down. So they don't have to be up there permanently at all. And you can make designs and not actually hit that post for sale button. So you can just save designs. I have tons of designs saved that I haven't actually posted for sale. So you can just save your designs, maybe go back later, tweak them, then post them for sale. So hopefully this video helped walk you through MarketMate and how to use it. And hopefully you got inspired to create a MarketMate profile. Be sure to join their community as well. It's called My Mates. There you can communicate with others that are also sublimation crafters and get inspired, get ideas, that type of thing. So I encourage you to join My Mates as well. So now, if you have any questions about MarketMate, please ask those in the comment section below. If you liked this video, if it helped you, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, head on over to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We have videos just like this one every single week, and trust me, you don't want to miss any of those. So thank y'all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.